lots and a big warm welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all safe. So today's video is sponsored by the lovely SMACNE. You may know I've partnered with SMACNE for a while and I'm currently in a long-term partnership with SMACNE. They are a skincare brand that focuses mainly on acne and acne related issues with the skin, including scarring, texturization, so many things. SMACNE have helped me get my skin from looking like this to looking like this. So you can see the amazing journey I have already been on. There are so many videos I have done. I will link them at the end of this video detailing my journey, but honestly I am loving where my skin is going. I'm loving the improvements that I see week on week, and yeah, I just absolutely love this brand and I hope that you will check it out as well. I'll link all of their websites, web pages and socials in the description bar below, as always, including a link to buy the products. I in no way get any compensation when you purchase the products. I simply have a sponsored deal with this brand. Okay, so today's video is definitely another acne one. It is basically my acne journey. So this isn't how I cleared my skin, because we're not there yet. You know, I still have scarring, I still have issues, we're still working on it, we're still on this journey. But trust me, when we get there, you will get that video. This video is my acne journey. So this is showing you the things that I've tried, the things that didn't work, the routes that I've been down. You know, it's showing you some clips from when my skin was really bad, showing you clips as it's developing. It's telling you how I feel. It's explaining acne a little bit more in depth so you can kind of understand what acne is, because I know when you're on an acne journey, sometimes you feel so isolated and alone, and I just want everybody to know, if you're watching this struggling with acne or any skin problems, you are not alone. There are so many people out there that struggle with it as well. It does not in any way define you, and it does not in any way diminish your self-worth. So give yourself all that self-love that you deserve, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy today's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. So I've got my tea because today is more of a chatty video. So I'm just going to chat with you. You should grab your tea, grab your biscuits, and let's just have a chat about acne. Okay, so before I get into my specific story, I'm going to have a little quick chat about what acne actually is, because so many people have so many misconceptions about what acne is. They think it's just a one shoe fits all, and it is most definitely not. So acne is basically when the hair follicles in your skin get blocked up. This can be blocked up with sebum, which is a posh word for oil, or bacteria, dirt, pollution, literally anything, cosmetics. You know, there are so many things that can block up our pores. And basically what happens when our pores are blocked is that because the bacteria can't get them back out, it will then develop a pustule or a papule, which again are just posh words for spots. Yeah, the spots that are sat under the skin, you know, the really painful ones that don't have a head, and of course you've got the white heads, and then you've got black heads, things like that. There are so many different spot types, it is ridiculous. Acne is caused by so many things. Again, it's not just one thing for everyone, and I think a bad misconception that was going around definitely when I was at school was that you get acne if you didn't wash your face. If anything, it was completely the opposite. I have always had a good skincare routine. I have always taken care of my skin, but sometimes there are just external factors that you really don't have control over. So of course, hormonal changes when you're going through puberty, that is a big one that starts off acne. That is mainly because of the change in the sebum production from your skin and the different excretions of the hormones that, you know, all of your glands are releasing that they never had before. This can cause the body to produce too much oil, and of course sometimes lead to acne. Other things relating to hormones are a woman's menstrual cycle. A lot of girls will break out just before they come on to their period. That is very, very normal as well, again because of the hormonal release. And there's also a condition called polycystic ovaries, which I struggle with myself. And this is basically, again, a difference in your hormones. They're not exactly at the levels that they should be, and you're excreting different kinds of hormones. Most of the time it's when you're excreting too much testosterone, so that can then in turn cause acne. There are so many hormonal reasons that you don't have control over, so I think that's really important to realize sometimes, that your acne isn't something that you've caused. Your acne has more than likely been brought on by external factors and probably had nothing to do with anything that you were doing, but it can be caused by certain cosmetics, certain skincare products, These are mainly if they're comedogenic, so they block the pores. That is just a posh word for blocking the pores. That can of course in turn lead to the blockage of the hair follicle and the pustules and papules like that we've just talked about. Definitely worth looking at what is in your products and trying to find things that are non-comedogenic, especially if you are going through puberty or having hormonal fluctuations. It's really important to kind of minimize any other factors where you can. Other things that can cause acne are things like pregnancy, diet, stress. Do you know what? The list honestly goes on. It can also be hereditary and it can sometimes be in the genetics. Also, certain medications can make you break out. Things like lithium and certain steroid products do have acne as their side effects, and some kind of hormonal contraception, they can sometimes have that effect as well. So now that we've had a quick lowdown on acne, it's time to get into my story. Okay, so I have always had relatively clear skin. So throughout school, I didn't really struggle with acne when I went through puberty. I had pretty clear skin a lot of the time. Even when I first got my period and things like that, I just had clear skin. I was very lucky in that aspect. But there were definitely a couple of times where I had a really bad flare-up. This happened about twice. This happened to me when I was in my, I think I want to say like year 7 or year 8. And then also when I was in my first year of college, I had really bad flare-ups where I would literally have clear skin and the next day I would wake up with spots all over my face. So I went to the doctor about this both times and they were more convinced that it was an allergic reaction. However, I wasn't really sure about that because they were presenting all the signs of acne. It just seemed to happen all overnight. When I had these flare-ups, they did last for about a month. They honestly were just not going anywhere, and then overnight they just went. I'm not going to say that it was a specific product or a specific anything that I used because it really wasn't. I literally just think this was when my body was going through some kind of like crazy episode, and it just resulted in acne that then went as quick as it came on. So even in my late teens to obviously now I am 20, I again have had pretty clear skin. However, my skin took a turn for the worse this year. So this was about July time, and it's worth noting that I was off shielding for the first time from about March to August. So I was off, I wasn't going out, so I wasn't wearing a mask, I wasn't doing anything like that, so I can't blame it on that. And again, this was just overnight. So this is one of the first pictures that I took when my skin just started to have a hissy fit, and I honestly just couldn't believe it because I'd had clear skin for ages. I was just really shocked, to be honest. Me being like, I just didn't want this on my face. I went out and got lots of products. So as much as this was a waste of money, this also probably made it worse. I bought a lot of oily skin skincare. That's a little bit of a waffle because I just associated acne with oily skin, and that was really bad of me. Being a beauty therapist, everything went out of the window and I was just in panic mode. And in turn, all that did was dry out my skin, so give me dry, flaky skin and acne. So do not change everything all at once, and definitely don't get something that is not your skin type because it will not end well. Let me tell you, it will definitely not end well. Don't go buying all of the drugstore spot creams because if anything, they're just going to make your skin red and irritated and just knock back all those layers of skin. So it's just going to expose your skin to more pollution, more dirt, and it's just going to be a recipe for disaster. After about a month of no real change in my skin, if anything, it getting worse, I then called my GP. By this time I was back at work. I'd only just gone back to work after shielding actually. So wearing the mask and everything all day. I work in a healthcare setting, so wearing the mask all day, it just took my skin from 0 to 100. It made it so much worse. It made it so much sore, and it was just horrible. Anyone else out there that has to wear a mask all day will know that it's really not nice. I called my GP. I had a telephone appointment and I basically just explained the situation. I'd explained that previously I had talked to my GP in the past. They'd thought it was this and that. They'd given me some topical cream here and there, but it hadn't really done much. They put me straight on SMACNE. So I did a video all about SMACNE. It's this video. I will also link this one at the end of this video as well. That goes into detail about my experience with Lima-cycline, but let me tell you, it was an experience. It was not the finest month and a bit of my life. Definitely don't recommend, but again, that antibiotic has worked for so many people. It just didn't work for me, and it just, because we're all individualized, you know, we react to different things differently. So that's not me saying that it won't help you. Antibiotics just definitely didn't help me. So I took, I want to say, one capsule. I think I was just taking one capsule once a day in the morning just after food, and they gave me a 3-month course of that. I lasted a month and a half. I could not hack these side effects. They were making me physically sick. They were making me feel sick all the time. It was not great. I was constantly getting skin rashes. And I also had really weird side effects. I kept getting really bad vertigo, which I don't normally get vertigo, so I found that really weird. I want to say I was on them for about 4 to 6 weeks. It definitely wasn't long at all. After that time, I then called my doctors again and said, look, I'm really not getting on with these. Is there anything else we can do? So at that point, my doctor took me off the antibiotics and they referred me to dermatology, which 3 months later, I'm still waiting for that appointment, but it's fine, COVID. And they also prescribed me Duac. I have had in the past, and it's basically just a topical benzoyl peroxide and clindamycin. So it's just a topical antibiotic and like acid basically that is supposed to dry up the acne. I don't really know how this one works. But yeah, I'll pop up a picture of it here so you know what I'm talking about. It's quite commonly prescribed. It's definitely nothing untoward, but they just prescribed me that in the time being. So I'd been using Duac for about a week. I hadn't noticed any improvement, not that I really expected to so soon, but I was getting a lot of skin sensitivity. It wasn't even a high percentage of benzoyl peroxide, but I just found it didn't sit right with my skin. My skin was just red and itchy, and it felt like it was burning. So that was not a great feeling. And it was around this time that I just started on my Duac that SMACNE reached out to me. So they reached out to me about their products, asking if I wanted to try them. Of course, I'd said yes, and we entered into a partnership because I thought, I've tried so much and none of these avenues that I'm going down are working, so I'm going to try something new. So I was over the moon when SMACNE reached out to me. I was so excited when I got the parcel, and so I started using SMACNE, and I want to say in the first month I didn't really see anything, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, that is completely normal because that is your skin getting used to products, that is your skin getting used to the benzoyl peroxide solution. I didn't have any of the stinging, burning, itching with the benzoyl peroxide solution. I will note that I can't use the severe acne gel. I've mentioned that in my other video. That's just too high for me. But again, everybody's skin is different, so I just use the normal acne treatment and I get on absolutely fine. It honestly feels like a moisturizer. It's brilliant. When you get your SMACNE package, they talk about a treatment schedule. They talk about how you're going to chop and change things as the weeks go on. I've got a video coming up on Sunday, which I'll explain in a little bit more detail, but I'll go over that a little bit more. So yeah, I want to say that the results kind of started happening in the second month. I'm going to pop up some more updated pictures here from as I was going through my SMACNE journey, just so you can see kind of like the difference as we went along, because it really is amazing. Yeah, I have been on SMACNE for a total of nearly 3 months now. I've been using SMACNE and incorporating it into my skincare routine, and honestly my skin has come on leaps and bounds. It really is incredible. So that was my acne story. That is how I came about with my acne, and that's how I got onto SMACNE. Obviously there will be some updated progress videos and that coming up soon. I'm really excited to share with you my progress in more detail, but I just wanted to go over kind of my acne story, how acne has affected me. Like even looking back at my old videos now, like my makeup just didn't look great. I had lumps and bumps under my skin, and now honestly my skin is so smooth. I don't know if you can kind of like see, obviously you can see pores and things, but I'm so impressed with how smooth my skin is after this journey that I've been on, because not only does SMACNE help the acne, it helps retexturize the skin, it helps minimize pores, it helps with scarring. It honestly is the whole skin package. It is a little facial in a bottle. I honestly absolutely adore this product, and it is truly what has changed my skincare game. I just wanted to have a quick chat about acne and how acne can make you feel, again, because it's a very isolating feeling, and when you have acne and not necessarily the people around you do, it is very hard to come to terms with, especially if your friend doesn't wash their face. They literally use a makeup wipe and you use this amazing skincare regime and you still have acne. It is frustrating. You know, all of these feelings that you're feeling, we all go through them. I have days where I look in the mirror and I just want to cry, like, I'm not going to lie. But you know, something that really helped me, and something that I will be doing a video on in depth as we go forward, is just self-love, manifestations and affirmations. You may think that that's a little bit crazy, but honestly they have changed my life, my outlook on everything. It has honestly changed it so much, so I can't wait to share with you my experience with that in more detail soon. But you know, it's just remembering that all of these negative pronouns that you're giving yourself when you're looking at the mirror, I am ugly, my skin is so bad, I'm never going to get clear skin, that is basically what you're putting out there into the universe. And regardless of if you believe that or not, that is what your mind's going to believe, because you're telling yourself that over and over and over again. You need to replace those pronouns with positive pronouns. I am beautiful, I have clear skin, I am on a journey, this is not me forever. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to talk to yourself like you would be talking to your best friend, because we are so self-critical and it can get us into this spiral where we're just putting negativity on top of negativity, and honestly it just piles on top and it can make us feel really low. So if you're struggling with mental health in relation to body confidence and self-love, I want to say that my inbox is always open. If you want to private message me on Instagram, I am always there. I will always reply, and I'm always willing to share a little bit of what I found helpful and just some things that can help self-love feel a little bit easier and come more easier to you, because as the humans we are, self-love just doesn't come easy enough to us as it should. But it's important to remember that your skin does not define you. You are worth more than your skin, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So that marks the end of today's chatty video. I'm nearly at the end of my brew, so I'm going to quickly chat about Sunday's video now that I'm doing double uploads for the time being. So Sunday's video will be going live at 7 o'clock, just like all my other videos, and Sunday's video is specific to starting SMACNE. So it's going to be talking about what comes in the box, it's going to be talking to the treatment schedules, the tips and tricks in the box, it's going to be showing you how I use my products, we're going to talk a little bit more about my progress, and I'm going to go into detail about all the ingredients that are in the SMACNE products, whether it's safe, vegan, cruelty-free, all of that stuff. I've got you covered on Sunday's video. So if you are interested in an amazing acne product, or you want to learn more about SMACNE itself, then make sure that you tune into Sunday's video, because that will have the lowdown on everything that you've been wanting to know. I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that it helped some of you that are going through the same thing that I went through. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click on that subscribe button and click on the little bell next to it, because that will notify you whenever I upload, which currently is Fridays and Sundays at 7 PM UK time. Take care guys, stay safe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!